Hi, welcome back to West Coast Geeks. I'm your host, Joaquin. How we doing, people? So, since October is just a few days away and we're heading into Halloween, this is a really good time to get back into Curse of Strahd revamped. You can still find this on Amazon for like $60. I was actually shocked. I thought they'd be sold out by now. So, for those of you who are new to D&D and you want to jump in and get this adventure, I would snatch this up. That's why I put some of the stuff that you get out there. You have the stats on the back of this. You get the module. You get the creature features, the Terra deck, and then you get your. I feel like this is like I can't think of like those shows, but they're like those gym shows and other ones where you're like, and you also get Act Now, and you get all these cool inserts or papers and stuff like that that you can show the players, and there's like all kinds of notes and stuff like that. You get a nice fold-out map. I'm not going to get too crazy with it, but it's better than using the book, especially when you have to like figure out where they're at or show the people, because that small map on the book, if you Xerox that, it doesn't work that well. Also, for the first time, they really did a good job of bringing out Strahd's Castle. And then, of course, you get your DM's screen, which basically has a few things that are unique to like the card reading and their wandering monsters. So you're like, okay, that's cool, which it is. So I'm going to clear this mess, because the reality is that, what I wanted to say was, dang it, Eric, you just posted something and it showed up on my phone, so I got distracted. Sorry about that. I wanted to make this video about, if you have this or you just have the Curse of Strahd book, what else could you add to it? So give me 1 second. Wait for. Okay, so besides the Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft, and I also added my little Strahd pop for ambiance, there's Forge of Darkness. Now, Forge of Darkness is when you get a chance to add magical items from Ravenloft, and just interesting artifacts too that your player characters could also find there if you chose to. This is from 2nd edition, but they're easily implemented into 5th edition. In fact, all these guides are. So I was kind of disappointed in Ravenloft, only because of they didn't give the individual stats for the lords, and that kind of let me down. They were just like, well, it's blah, blah, blah. Look at this, look at that. Like you just look in the monster manual. And so I was extremely disappointed with that. And I'm going to show you why. Hold on. All right. So, Domains of Darkness. For those of you who have a chance or have the opportunity to own this book, as you can see right here, these are all the stats. They give you further readings, the Dark Lord. They give you more information how to run these. So if you do have, Van Richten's Guide, and you happen to have this is like additional information to help you with whatever Dark Lord your player characters go into. Curse of Strahd has like one of the best replayabilities of modules that you don't really have to do any work because of the tarot card system at the very beginning. The items that you need to find, your possible allies, where Strahd's going to be when you finally want to confront him, that all changes. I want to start doing with my group, because we've already done Curse of Strahd. We made a 20 session, and I'll be doing videos on that, and you'll find out the outcome. Next year sometime, we're probably going to do a Curse of... We might even do a Ravenloft in my current campaign, because we're just about to start off in October. So I might slip one of these modules I'm going to show you that's actually pretty cool for Ravenloft, and it's a good way to introduce 1st and 2nd level players to Ravenloft. So Dark Domain, great book. This is more for DM tips. So you got the Van Richten guides to vampires and werewolves. Those are the ones that you really need in here. They have like ghosts and I want to say fiends, ghosts, fiends, and there's another one I wanted to say. I don't have all the guides. I eventually will probably go back and fork over some serious dinero people. And I'll continue to add because I really did like the Ravenloft series. These books give you so much information that you're never going to find in 5e unless you read articles or see videos where somebody goes in depth or gets crazy enough to like read every page on these books, like we did for the Monster Manual. My boy Eric, the whole series is up. Check it out. We're currently doing the Player's Handbook, and we're up to Cleric Spells. So check out those videos if you want to see what it was like in first edition and how the game was played. All right, hold on. So here are other books that if you have, I would definitely introduce. One of them is Dark Lords, and they had the Headless Horseman in there, and they have the stats and all that. And so I just tweaked it a little bit and brought it into the Curse of Strahd because the Headless Horseman, roams through all of Ravenloft. He's only restricted that he has to stay near or on the roads. So, but he could travel throughout any domain. So he appeared, and I thought it'd be interesting. And so we had a fun time with that. The other two is if you want to introduce first level characters to Ravenloft, the Created is very good at doing that. It transports your characters to this village. And, as you can see, the little puppet there, it's not too hard for first level characters because they will gain a few levels as they go through there, but it can be challenging. And the last one is one of my favorites called Adam's Wrath, and I've always just loved the artwork, and that's a mid-level from 5 to 7. So if you're old school D&D like myself, or you can get access to these, whether you download it from whatever, I would definitely introduce these products into your Ravenloft campaign because they're a lot of fun. And because, Strahd said so. There we go. So I'm going to end it with that, people. I hope you are having a good week. And for those of you who've been keeping up with the channel, I'm going to be starting back up my campaign. And then my last video was Sad Face Video, talking about what happens when you lose everybody and what are you going to do. So with that, people, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave any comments below. Did you happen to play Curse of Strahd? Did you enjoy it as a DM? Did you find it challenging? I wouldn't recommend it for like a first or second time a DM to go through. And when I mean first or second time, it's like this is your first adventure. I have heard of some DMs who have done it, but they have really had to do their homework. And the reason why, because in Ravenloft, even though it's a giant definition of a sandbox because you can't leave outside the area, there's so many options and so many things that players can go. Hold on. Gotta look stylish for you people. There's so many places that they can go and NPCs that they can interact with. And the story can just go off in so many different directions. And most of the time, you're really not planned for it. There are a lot of deadly encounters that will just crush your party regardless of what level they are. Especially if they're like mid-level and they stumble on into, a high-level encounter that they weren't supposed to like find yet, but somehow they did. You don't want those type of parties who the characters are just going to go in there and try to kill everything, because those don't work. In fact, most of the time in Ravenloft, if you have parties that are just a bunch of murder hobos, bad things will happen, and they do. So with that, people, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you later.